Hello, welcome to my garage. Today we're going to build a lamp out of scrap parts, or at least attempt to, because I have no idea what it's going to look like. This is never say I can't, so don't say I can't do it. Now, this is a lamp for my middle son because he's asked for one. Let me clear out a little bit here. Because this is the lamp I made for him prior to this. For what we call in Sweden a skitunge, a shit kid. Said endearingly with love. So it's not my finest work. It's an old toilet seat with a bit of masking tape, and I drilled a hole to just fit an old lamp. So our current project is he had one of these LED lights in a globe. Unfortunately, that glass globe came into a close encounter with a cat on a windowsill. So this is what remains of that. Let me shut this off. Okay. So this is the lamp that is... Anyway, it works. So the trick is to get this piece of broken glass off without cutting myself and mount it on something, fix the cable to this that fits into the socket in the roof. And I will put this down here. We don't need this right now. Now, I don't know really how to do that. I have some old cans from baby formula for our baby. And I think that maybe the lids could be... the lids could be useful. I don't know. I know that he likes bubble wrap. So perhaps it will be cool if the light shines through that. Something like that. And we can make it into an interesting shape somehow. I took chicken wire because it's shapeable. It's not the nicest thing, but I have a lot of colors. Paint. So maybe we can paint it, I don't know, black. If you paint chicken wire black, it gets easier to see through. It's an old trick I learned from my dad when he had big cages of birds in the garden. And when he painted the net black, it was easier to see the birds. But I think that if I paint it white, it could look nicer. Or perhaps it doesn't show at all underneath the bubble wrap. Another thing I brought is this here. I bought this last summer. I think it's for flower arrangements or something in the garden. Originally, I thought that I would use it when building this lamp. Something like this. It could be a little industrial looking. But I don't know how to weld. I don't know how to solder. And I don't have the equipment for either. So I don't think that copper and cast iron and super glue is such a nice combo. So perhaps I'll use this, and perhaps I'll find something else in this mess during the experiment. But it is Wednesday today, late in the evening, so I'll be working on this for a few days, a little off and on. On Tuesday, the kids come back to us from their father, so I hopefully have it on Tuesday, or hopefully already for the weekend. But yeah, let's get to work. Okay, let's get started. Now, the trick is, if you see this one, there is a top. The cable goes in a straight line. It doesn't on this one. So the trick is to somehow make the cable come up in a straight way. Perhaps we need to have a distancer somehow. Something like this, but obviously not a roll of tape. But something like that. Because it is a LED light, we can take some shortcuts because we don't have to mind the heat. Now, I got the glass off by accident. I accidentally dropped the lamp. So there's a little shard left somewhere. But I don't think that's a problem. It's not sharp. I don't want to cut the cable yet because I want to be able to test it, and I don't have the socket for roof lamps out here in the garage. Now, the first order of business is to separate the toilet seat, because this will no longer be useful. I think because I kind of want a round lamp or a triangular or a square lamp, but I really don't have the patience or the know-how to make things really symmetrical. So I'm pivoting in my thought process to asymmetrical, because then you can really explore shapes and have fun with it, you know? Now, let's see here. I think we will keep this, and the cable from the LED light will go up here. We'll put that aside. All right, I changed my mind. We need to cut the cable now, because if we're going to build this lamp, we need to take this end of the cable up through something sooner or later. So, well, here goes. You know, if this doesn't work, it's not like it's the end of the world. I had a broken LED light. I still have a broken LED light. We're gonna fix it somehow. Now, here, this I won't shave off until I'm ready to connect the electrics. So, all right, let's see here. We had one moment. We had the lids from the baby formula, and that can make a strong base somehow. And perhaps here if I can make a notch in this, I can put up the cable and glue it so in a spiral or something like that, so that the cable comes up in the middle. And we have this where the cable comes up. This is tricky. This is really tricky for my brain. But you know, I'm not more stupid than the next guy, so I will fix it somehow. I will figure this out. If I perhaps this is a bad idea anyway to use the part of this that hangs. We'll fix another way of hanging it. Okay, I'm going to take a short break to think this over. Okay, I've been thinking a little while. Now, we had the idea to glue this here somehow, make a notch so this comes up, goes around, comes up in the middle. Now, I still haven't figured out the spacer yet, but I think if I cut the trim of the second lid and glue that down here, then we can take the chicken wire and make a sort of amorphous blob that Eddie can shape any way he wants to, and cover that with bubble wrap. And the cable that comes up, we will drill a hole in this cap to a spray can and put on here somehow. And I have these boxes here with screws and hooks and stuff like that. And I found, searching there, this. So I think that perhaps if we drill a hole, this will come up and we will fit the contact for the socket in here as well. Perhaps it will result in a little gap next to the ceiling, but I think that is also a solvable problem. So let's get to work. What do I need? I need my glue gun. Yeah. Where is my glue gun? I had my glue gun here. All right. I found my trusted little glue gun. Extra glue sticks. Also, super glue, because you never know. Okay, let's plug this in, and my contact is way over there. Okay, let's heat that up for a moment. Okay, while the glue gun is heating up, I think I can drill a hole for the screw. Whoa! All right, and then I think that I will also need to drill a hole for the cable. Now let's just check how wide the cable is. Okay. Better safe than sorry. 6 millimeters. And we'll just drill that parallel to the existing hole. That's not good. Well, That's not good at all. Luckily, I have more lids. Perhaps I should drill a smaller hole first and then extend that. Trial and error. It's nice when you have a project and you just see where it goes. And have no expectations at all on the finished outcome, other than you hope it looks quite nice. Okay, here's to this not cracking. Please. Yay! It didn't crack. I'm somewhat of a genius. I'm not, but I like the feeling that I am. And then, once again, drilling a hole in the middle for the screw. Whoop. Watch your fingers. Exploring the building process is really fun. Okay, let's see here. Is this done? And there's the extension cord. Put 3 big dollops on these bottom footrests, and then just put this on. And it's middle-ish. All right. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Now, I think we should test to see if this goes through. It does. All right. Does this go through as well? It doesn't. We need a bigger drill. Or is it so good that we can screw it through? It's a tight fit, but it fits. I can screw it through. That's good. All right. Somehow Eddie will get his lamp. Okay, here's the socket that will fit on the roof. Now, let's see. Check. We have the socket for the roof that will house the contact. We have the lamp mounted to a lid to baby formula with glue. Now we're going to make a notch in this and thread the cable in here. We're going to cut this so that the cable comes up through here, and we will make sure that spider webs from the glue aren't nice. Let's get rid of those. All right. We need a spacer still. Now I'm going to go around and look for something that I can use as a spacer. So be right back. Okay, I couldn't really find anything to use as a spacer that will be sufficiently good or secure. So I think we will just take and cut this notch with the hobby knife. If I had a good hobby knife, that would be nice. And I get the feeling that I should have done this prior to gluing. But I'll do that when I'm making my next lamp, because I think it will go a year perhaps before Eddie comes and says that, okay, so the glue gun was not an option. Well, better now than when it's hanging from the roof, right? Can we pry these away? Okay, let me try and pry these away and see what's hiding under here. And then perhaps get rid of those and glue it with super glue instead. Of course, underneath these there are screws that's holding the bottom. So if we can unscrew these somehow. Okay, wrong screwdriver. Do I have a suitable screwdriver here for this? Yep. If I can unscrew these, perhaps I can screw the lid, or the bottom as it is now, to the LED light instead. Screwing is more secure than hot glue, obviously. All right. Now I know this is not the best angle to watch me work, but I tried to get a mount for the wall. I can show you. I bought this. It was very cheap and it sucks, so I won't be using that. It is designed for, oh no, this screw is stuck. It's designed for holding cell phones for reading and stuff like that, but it can't hold the weight of my phone, so it's wobbly, and I always feel that there's a risk that the phone will drop to the floor. Okay. Okay, so it holds. Okay, but this is good because if we can screw this on, this can hold the chicken wire, I think. But now we have to sync up the holes again. That's no problem. Let's just unscrew these because these aren't necessary anymore. And that way we can get rid of the last of the glass. You don't need the screws, and I can use them somewhere else. Okay, let's see here. Can you come up? Yes, you could. Okay, this is completely free from glass now. Okay, so we have this, which we can mount on the light fixture. What? Doesn't fit anymore? It must fit. Come on. What have I done? Okay, there's only one way for it to fit. That is good. Now I can fit the chicken wire underneath here, and we have no need for anything else. We can just make a chicken wire blob around here that we can cover. All right, but we still have the problem that we have to glue this, and to do that I need to fix the chicken wire first. Okay, so we pivot. We pivot in our plans. Oh my God. Now, this project was a little trickier than I expected. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? Now, I don't want this lamp to be too big. So let's just unroll what we got here. This is not the best material to work with. I like to make it hard for myself, I think. Obviously. Come on. All right. Okay. You go there. Now, I want this to be round. Okay, I've cut out a little piece here for another project. So we have stuff to work with here. All right. I think here is good to cut. Just okay, come on. Work with me. Now, I like to do these kind of projects, but usually they're not this complicated. And you know, when I fiddle with little things that annoy me, that's one red flag for me, or red flag, but that's something that really grinds my gears. It's little things that should work, but just doesn't. Tiny, prickly, fiddly things. But so far, we're not there yet. Okay, almost there. I think that there will come a time when I will lose my temper on this project, but we're not really there yet. Okay. Did I cut it too small anyway? Perhaps we do 2 half circles, or I talked about asymmetry, right? We don't have to do it round. We can do it like this, and then just fold the ends up as well, and it's kind of breadbasket shape or bread box shape. I don't know, but I think that will work. So we'll cut this piece as well, because we don't need it to be too big anyway. And then we can use this spare part to eventually patch things with if need arises. Sorry for the little sniffling, but I think it's -2 degrees, and I have no heat in the garage yet, so I'm pretty cold. It hasn't gotten to my fingers yet, so that's nice. If I can make it like a tube. Or should I? Should I make it like a tube? This will sit in here. Yeah, we can make it like an egg shape somehow. I can cut here or here. If we cut these end wires, I think it will shape easier. But first, okay, it's dirty. But first, let's just check to see how big of a hole I need for this. Okay. Now, I don't know if I can show you, but it's quite nice that these holes sync up perfectly with these 3 holes in the net. So I have to be careful with that, because if I don't cut these, they can work as an anchor somehow. And I think if I cut here, I can fold up and over, perhaps, so that so it stabilizes a little bit. All right. Let's cut. Where was I? Now, hopefully, I should do this the other way around. Because we don't want the lamp to be on the outside. Luckily, I caught that before I screwed anything in place. Now let's just sync up these holes again. Now hopefully it isn't so tight that the chicken wire won't go pass through here. Of course it does. Okay, new plan. We just fold it underneath. No. Now this is the kind of thing that could really get me going, but I think we got it. Now we just have to rotate the back piece so that it fits with the screw holes. If I can. This isn't easy. I'm sorry if this is going to be a long video. Perhaps it will be a two-parter. You don't have to see me fiddle with this. I will come back when I've fixed it. I did it. I did it. It's secure. All right. Now we cut and shape this monstrosity to something that is nice. All right. I don't have a plan, really. I'm going on feeling here. I think that this will be a two-parter because I haven't really figured out how I'm going to do with the electricity and yet, and I think that if we just shape this into something, see if we can cover it with the bubble wrap, and that will be part one of this project, because it is so cold in here. I can feel my nose running. I'm starting to lose feeling in my fingertips, and I don't want the videos to be too long. So I think this is the end of this video is when this is just fixed together, and we have a sort of shape for the housing of the light. Now I want to say that perhaps this will be a total and utter failure. And so be it. Then that is the video. I will not do something and expect a success. I will experiment, I will be creative, I will have fun in my projects, and that's the thing I will present to you. You follow along on my journey to hopefully get a nice result. And hopefully it's a nice result. And hopefully I will be happy in the end. But sometimes you fail in life, you know? Sometimes things don't go according to plan. And I think it's important to show that too. And it makes the victories sweeter also if you fail every now and then. If you just go around succeeding in life, what's the fun in that? It's the exploration and the trials that makes up the spice in life. And you know, every failure it can turn out to be a good story someday. if you just let it and let go of your pride, I think. Now, this is not at all how I envisioned this lamp to look. It looks a little bit like bread shaped, I think. But I think it's nice. The kids' room is kind of narrow and long, so this will fit, I think. Now I don't want so much of the ends of the chicken wire to poke out, because I don't want to poke hole in the bubble wrap. Now let's see how much I have. I rescued this before the kids popped them all, and I kept okay. This could work, right? You know what? I think I will end the video here with a question. Should I paint the chicken wire white before I glue it on? Glue the bubble wrap on? Because it's kind of see-through. And is it a nice feature? Is it a nice feature that you can see the bubble wrap through, or the chicken wire through, and its original color? Or should I paint it white? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this messy way of making things, leave a like. And if you want to see part 2 of me hopefully finishing this lamp, subscribe. Yay. All right. Now I'm going to go indoors and soak my fingers in hot water and grab a cup of coffee. And until next time, have a nice day. See ya.